starting over and over and over again is doing more harm than good. Welcome to Change Your Story, the podcast that helps women build a fit mind, a fit body, and a fit life from the inside out. I'm your host and transformation coach, Hannah Dawson. I'm a personal trainer, nutrition educator, and mindset mentor, and I am here to help you feel strong, confident, and free in your body, not by starving, shrinking, or punishing yourself, but by training with a purpose, eating with a purpose, and having faith through the process so you can change the way you see yourself forever. Inside this podcast, we break free from diet culture, perfectionism, and all the stories that have held you back. We rewrite the new ones rooted in truth, strength, and self-love. You will hear real talk, faith-fueled encouragement, proven fitness and nutrition strategies, and the mindset tools you need to stay consistent, stay focused, and believe in yourself again. If you are ready to stop starting over, build a life you love, and finally change your story, you are in the right place. Let's build a fit mind, a fit body, and a fit life. Let's rewrite your story. What is up, my girls? Welcome back to the Change Your Story podcast. I'm so excited to be here with you today. I'm your host and transformation coach, Hannah Dawson. For those of you that don't know me, for those of you that are new, welcome to the show. We are in a series right now called The Real Work. And man, self-relationship is work. It is work, but it is work that is so worth it. And we're going to be going over today why you keep starting and stopping and starting over and how to finally do it the right way. But before we get into today's episode, I just want to take a moment again to welcome you and thank you if you are new here. I'm so glad you are here. I'm so glad I have your ears and your heart and your mind today. Be open-minded. Be open, have your heart open, because I always say this to the Fit Club girlies, is that whatever speaks to you, whether it feels good or whether it doesn't feel good, it was meant for you. It was meant for you to take it and to go with it and to grow with it and to figure out, why did that feel like it spoke so loudly to me? Why did that feel like maybe it rubbed me the wrong way? And those are little gems. Those are little jewels. Those are treasures on our path to growth, to self-relationship, to self-love. Those are little signals going, oh, this is an area I need to focus on. And if you do, you will grow and it will be so worth it. So thank you so much for being here, and for all my returning girls, my women, my sisters. Thank you. I love you so much. I'm so grateful that you are spending your most valuable time with me, to be uplifted and to be encouraged and to be fueled up mentally for your week this week. So this year, you guys, inside the Fit Club is a year of growth. Growth in your relationship with yourself, growth in your mindset, in your health, in your life. And you don't have to do that alone. The biggest mistake I made was doing things by myself because I was so afraid of getting hurt by other women, or not feeling like I belonged, or sharing my dreams and them being put down, being in the wrong groups of the wrong communities, the wrong groups. And I really wanted to create a space and a place where women could come together and grow together and share our dreams and be surrounded with women, that are where you want to be. And so they pull you forward, and maybe you're where someone else wants to be. And so you pull them forward. And that's what personal growth is. That's what self-relationship does. That's what transformation does. And so I wanted to create a book club inside the Fit Club app that was absolutely free for women to come and join and grow together. A sacred space, a safe place, especially, and I'll say this again, maybe your environment doesn't feel like a place where you can say your dreams out loud. And it is so important to be in soil where we can grow. And it's so important to not share our seeds with everybody, our dream seeds. And why? Because some people don't have the capacity. They're not at that level yet. They're not at that awareness. And what they end up doing is they end up
putting weeds by our seeds and they suffocate those dreams. So we need a place that has soil of gardens of women growing and flourishing so that we can go, okay, we know what to do, and if we're struggling, we can reach out. And so I just really wanted to create this space, and this space in this place. I'm getting so excited here. It's not a traditional book club. We grow together by categories. And so that just means that instead of saying, oh, we're all reading this book, how many have been in book clubs or heard that and you're like, I don't really resonate with this book? So in the Fit Club, we have categories, whether it's mindset, subconscious rewiring, we have faith-based, we have self-relationship and healing, we have manifestation, abundance, business, goal setting, all different categories. And within those categories are books. And each month we'll focus on a category and we will pick our own books. Maybe some of us pick the same books, maybe some of us don't, but this way we can grow together and we can learn a little bit from each other and what each of us is learning from those books. And it may be a book that maybe we wouldn't have chosen, but someone else shares something and we're like, oh, actually, you know what, I might want to read that book, and we grow together. That's not all. If you are ready to take 2026, your health and your fitness journey to the next level, ladies, listen up. Our Aligned Challenge starts January 12th. Okay, it focuses on Fit Mind First, alignment over punishment, and sustainability. And this program is 8 weeks. It is a mixture of weighted sessions and Pilates sessions, mindset, really getting in alignment. The workouts are only 30 minutes, so it helps our busy lives. We have no excuses. We can get it in and we feel good, and we feel not only aligned in our bodies, because Pilates is wonderful paired with weight training, but we start feeling aligned with that highest version of ourselves and our goals. All right, so if you are ready, you can see the show notes for all the links. For Book Club is free. If you're part of the Fit Club, you get access to it. If you're not, it's going to prompt you to add an email and then create a password, and then it will give you access to Book Club. All right. I went on and on because I'm just so passionate and so excited about connecting with you this year. Let's get into the episode, shall we? Okay. If you are listening to this and you feel like you keep starting and stopping and starting over again with your health, this episode is for you. I get it. January is the year where the month we're all like, yeah, we're going to start fresh, and we start with intention, we start with a word, we start with a goal. And by February, it is all out the window and we've burnt ourselves out. And this is, what happens with most women. And so this episode is not just for most women. This episode is for you. Yes, you directly listening to this. This is me and you sitting wherever you are, in your car, on a walk. Maybe you're just sitting listening to this wherever you are. Let's just have a conversation. All right? Starting over and over and over again is doing more harm than good. And it's not because you are failing. All right? You were never taught. This is the most important thing. Are you listening? You were never taught how to have a relationship with your health, with yourself. They don't teach that in school. Our parents don't demonstrate that. Maybe if we've had really good parents, but let's be honest, most of us come from dysfunctional homes. But we were taught how to chase outcomes. That's what our world thrives off of. Have this, chase an outcome, then you'll be happy. So therefore we learn that happiness is something we have to catch, right? So when the outcome slips, when the scale stalls, when life gets busy, when motivation fades, you don't think, I need to adjust. You think, I failed. So what happens next? You stop, and then you start over again and again and again. So let's talk about why this keeps happening. Let's break the cycle. Let's get out of the loop. Awareness brings clarity. And with clarity, we can make the changes we need to not do the thing that we were doing. Awareness brings clarity. Clarity brings the power to change. Okay, number one, why do we keep doing this? You've been treating your fitness like a temporary project, not a relationship. Here's the thing, you were never taught how to build a relationship with your health. You are taught how to chase an outcome. So when the outcome slips, when the scale stalls, when life gets busy, when motivation dips, you don't think, oh, maybe I need to adjust something, right? You think, I failed. So you stop. And then you start over again and again and again. Maybe most of your attempts look like this or sound like this. I will do this until I lose the weight and then I can stop. And maybe you don't verbally say that, but deep down in your belief system, that is what you're thinking. Like, I don't want to have to do this forever. I'll just do it until I get to the goal. Do you feel that? Have you ever thought that in your head? If I just have to go hard just to reach this and then I can stop. I can be done. That's not the way it works. And so in your mind, your inner dialogue, your decisions look like this. You go as hard as you can, right? Let's just use January as an example. You go all out. You haven't been working out. You've been eating not very good, or making poor health choices. And so you do everything at once. You go hard, you push fast. And then what happens by the end of January? You burn out. Life happens, the kids, school, work, stress, other things could get in there. And so you fall off. And then you're like, I have to start again. And so you're like, oh, I'll start right before summer, and you're starting and stopping. And so I just want to tell you that's not failure. You're not a failure. You've actually just set yourself up for failure. You're not a failure. You're self-sabotaging yourself for failure. And so we need to reframe and change our perception on fitness as a relationship, right? Your relationship to your body, your ability to work out, your ability to nourish yourself becomes a relationship that you have with your body. Is it coming from a place of punishment? Is it coming from a place of conditions? Is it something that you want to be with forever? Are you committed, right? Just like a relationship. Is this something that you're only trying to get from? I don't know how many of us have been in those relationships where it's like you give, and the person only takes. How long does that relationship last? Not long. It becomes toxic. It becomes abusive. It becomes not healthy. And so is that the relationship you have with your body, with training, with nutrition, with yourself, with your inner dialogue? Remember, relationships are built on consistency, not intensity. They're built on trust, not punishment. They're built on patience, not urgency. So if you treat your fitness like a short-term project, it will always end. It will always be disappointing. It will always feel like an uphill battle. It will always feel like you are a yo-yo, or like you're on and off and on and off and on and off, and nothing ever works. And you might be the girl or the woman that says, I've tried everything and nothing works. It means you've committed to nothing. You've tried a lot of things, but you haven't committed to yourself. You haven't committed to your relationship with yourself. All right, number 2. You've been starting from and we're going back to the self-relationship. You've been starting from self-hate, not self-respect. You've been starting from self-hate, not self-respect. Like I said, it's your relationship with yourself. You've made it conditional. You've made it a place of abuse, a place of punishment, a place of conditions. Let's be honest, a lot of your fresh starts begin because you are mad at your body. You are ashamed of where you're at, or you're trying to fix yourself. And here's the truth bomb you might not want to hear. You cannot build a healthy body from a hateful mindset. I'll say that again. You cannot build a healthy body from a hateful mindset. Eventually, that inner voice will win. What's the point? I always mess up. I'm just not disciplined. So you quit again, not because you are weak, but because shame is exhausting. Punishment, force, it's exhausting. It's so exhausting. It's out of alignment. When things are out of alignment, they feel exhausting. Number 3, you've been trying to change everything at once. Girl, I'm speaking to my best friend girlies that want to do the 21 days, that want to do the 30 days, that want to go to the gym every single day because they feel like if they did it every single day and they go every single day, that's magically they're going to be disciplined to keep going every day, right? Or the classic January energy. I'll start again in January, or I'll start again Monday, or I'll start again whatever, or everything has to be perfect. All the conditions need to be perfect. And you have these unrealistic expectations for yourself. You want these quick, instant results, so you punish yourself into getting it. And you want to do everything at once. New workouts, new diet, no sugar, no carbs, 6 workouts a week, perfect routine. But here's your real life. Work, kids, stress, hormones, fatigue, emotions. And when the plan doesn't fit your life, the plan fails. Not you, it's the plan. Starting over is not the solution, okay? Starting over is not the solution. Creating something that fits your real life is. And that brings me to number 4. Are you with me? You've had a goal, but you don't have strategy. That's so important. Inside the Fit Club, it's strategy. Goals are great, but if you don't have a strategy, you're just going to be, you might as well put a blindfold on and try to hit a bullseye dart. And I don't want to be in the way because you're not going to hit the bullseye. There's going to be darts flying everywhere with no progress, with no strategy. This part is huge. So stay with me here, okay? A goal without strategy sounds like this. I just want to lose weight. A strategy sounds like this. How many days can I realistically train? How will I eat on busy weeks? What is my non-negotiable that I have to do? What do I do when my motivation dips? What is my backup plan? No strategy means you are winging it. It means we are flying by the seat of our pants and we're throwing darts hoping that they're going to hit the bullseye. But in the end, they're only hurting people, including ourselves, right? You don't need more willpower. That's the big ding, ding, ding. Like, I'm sorry, you don't need more willpower and you don't need more motivation. Those things are great. And motivation is just your motive. It is your goal. And so it's a goal with a strategy, right? Motivation is your motive in action. Your motive plus action. Your motive, your goal plus strategy. That's motivation. And so you need a plan that tells you what to do when things aren't perfect, right? We need something that becomes autopilot, like brushing your teeth, like showering. You don't need to learn a new exercise every week. You just need to practice the basics and get stronger every week. You don't need 50 different recipes. I know recipes are fun and they're great, but let's be honest, half the time we're so tired, we just want something easy and we want to hit our macros. And when we're planning all these different things, it's too overwhelming. We need something that is simple, implementable. All right, number 5, you've been attaching your worth to an outcome. Oh, this one resonates with me so much. You've been attaching your worth to an outcome. When the scale doesn't move, when progress is slow, when life interrupts, and let's be honest, if you have kids, it feels like it interrupts 50 times a day. You don't think, oh, this is a part of the process. I have to learn my strategy. What are the things that I fall back on? What's my foundation, my non-negotiables? You just think I failed. I can't do this, right? So instead of just adjusting what needs to be adjusted, you just abandon it altogether. You just quit. You go to what we call fuck it mode. Like, screw it. I'm done. This is not worth it. But here's the reframe you need instead. Queens don't quit. They recalibrate. Queens don't quit. We don't quit. We're like warriors. We keep going. We just need to recalibrate. We need our strategy. You don't go into war without a strategy. You don't go into healing without strategy. You need strategy. You need to heal your relationship and know that you are worthy no matter what, no matter how long it takes, no matter, you are worthy now. Just as you are worthy. And when it can come from a place of self-love and self-worth and self-relationship, everything will feel in alignment and flow. And that brings me into number 6 is identity. And so worth is a part of your identity. And so without an identity shift, the cycle will just keep repeating itself. This is the deepest layer. This is the stuff I love to talk about because it's the stuff I've had to heal with. And I'm not even going to get into that today because we're staying focused. If you still believe I am bad at consistency, I always fall off, I can't trust myself, you will keep proving that belief. That is the law of attraction. There's natural laws like the law of gravity. And if your belief system, you may have the best set out goals, but if your belief system is wired for self-sabotage, you will just keep self-sabotaging. We have to have identity shifts. We need to change the language, the inner dialogue. And if things need to be too perfect and if things need to be too extreme, we're going to burn out. And when we're tired, it is hard to think positive. It is hard to, it's easier to be negative. And so we have to be able to have enough strength, have enough peace, have enough alignment to connect with our true identity. Lasting change doesn't come from asking, how do I lose weight? Okay, listen to that. Lasting change doesn't come from asking, how do I lose weight? Lasting change comes from asking, who am I becoming? Who do I want to be? Who am I going to show up as today? A strong, fit woman that has energy. I said this in one of the Pilates classes that I taught before we began the session. We were doing breath work, and I asked them, as we start 2026, I don't want to ask you what your goal is. I want you to ask yourself, how do you want to feel this year in your body? Do you want to have more energy? Do you want to move pain-free? Do you want to feel strong? What is it you want to feel? Because feeling is energy. It is energetic. Our goals will just magnetize to whatever we're feeling, negative or positive. And so we want to get very honest with what it is that we truly want. If we can connect what we want to a feeling and feel that in our innermost being, everything else will flow from that. And we'll feel the alignment. You will feel the alignment. Here's a core truth. The real reason you keep restarting is because no one taught you how to build a fit mind first. Not punishment, not perfection, not all or nothing, but alignment, self-trust, sustainability, identity, fit mind, fit body, fit life, in that order. That's not just a slogan for the app. That is truly a foundation. We have to have a strong foundation. Remember how I talked about the seed in the soil? That foundation is the soil, right? Our thoughts, if our mindset isn't right, if our self-relationship isn't right, it doesn't matter the seeds we want to plant. We need the right soil. We need the right foundation. We need to make sure that we have soil that seed can grow in. And that starts with self-belief. That starts with identity. That starts with self-relationship. Because a goal is just a seed. And what we do with that seed really matters. The soil it's in, that's our community. That's our foundational things, our environment, our inner dialogue. And then we have to water that seed. We need to give it sunlight. There's certain things that we need to do to make sure that grows. So if you are still sitting here thinking, okay, I see myself in this, but how do I actually do this differently? That's where strategy matters, okay? Strategy is so important, ladies. That's exactly why I created the Manifest Your Dream Body Workshop. This is a workshop. It's a little mini course. It's not another reset. It's a way to build a system that fits your life. It's so important to understand, to have a goal is great, but what's your strategy? How do we do it? How do we create this life? How do we create vision boards? Are great. I love doing vision boards. I love having words and quotes and pictures that inspire me. But without strategy, without our life matching that, it's not going to do anything. And so in the workshop, I really teach you how to create your life now. Create the life now. live in that body now, live in those habits now. That is the key to manifesting the thing that you truly want to feel, to be. That highest version of you, she's in you. She's not in tomorrow. She's not in next year. She's now. And you can choose her now. You can choose to go, okay, I need to learn this because I need to connect with myself. I need to build that self-relationship. If you see this as your answer, you're going to find your answers. You know, here's the thing, and I've said this before. You get what you're asking for. So what kind of questions are you asking? Are they questions that are giving you answers to solutions, or are they questions giving you answers to more problems and frustration? Here's the thing. I created this course. I also created the Fit Club app too, to be a place, a space for you to grow your relationship with yourself. And in order to do that, we need to know our starting point. You can't get to a certain destination with first not knowing where you're at, right? If we don't know where we're at, how do we know to get to where we want to go? And so that's why this mini workshop is so important. So the links will be below. I do have a special discount for all of you that want to join it. So see the links, the codes are below. Again, if you are ready to stop starting over and actually stay, check the show notes below. And just so you know, if you've ever started over 100 times, you are not broken. You were just never taught how to stay. And now you are taught. I love you so much. Until next time, bye for now.